Yeah.
But at the same time, you say it's discussion. I asked you, did we get $6.8 million? You won't answer that. I'm telling you, these people, you can't tell me nothing.
I guess my little review so far of what we've seen, it was Tiffany Henyard being completely cooked, getting just wiped down, washed out. First by the public comments. I mean, they said everything that they wanted to say to her face, calling her dumb. She can't read, she can't speak, she can't write, the grammar is terrible. Just completely destroyed her. I mean, I think the beginning was a good sign that she was just going to get cooked, right?
Pay for your own makeup and your own stylist. Why would you think that the residents have to pay for that? You are so stupid. Surviving Henyard. This administration is shameful. Y'all are a disgrace because you know what? Y'all getting RICO charges. Y'all getting RICO charges because y'all have conspired to lie to the residents. You all have been stealing property, that property that's built on that corner. Mayor, you so silly. You didn't even have the nerve enough to bring it to the board, bring it to the citizens. You didn't even make sure that the town, some of the residents got the jobs over there on that construction site. But you know why? Because you doing pay to play, baby. They paying you. That's why you're doing pay to play. The reason the business people didn't get their business license, because they wouldn't pay to play with you. That is why. And the FBI know. They know everything you doing. And baby, you better come with those receipts, because if you don't, you probably played Kwame. Y'all played him. But the FBI sure enough gonna be knocking on your door at your house, coming to get your ass at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And I feel as a young Black woman, you have told us time and time again that you have the receipts. And that's all this is really about: being transparent, being open, being honest. It has nothing to do with shaming a Black woman in power, nor shaming the super mayor, as you so infinitely call yourself, with a whole bunch of flyers and billboards. Yeah, the little heart was cute, but I really don't appreciate the way you played my son out of his money for the little dance camp that you also promised him that everyone else does not know about. It's not that we're stalking the Black woman in power. It's just the wrong Black woman, a Black woman who does not know how to manage finances.
Mr. Delgado, unasked that seat. You got $1.2 million between us and the township. You can go home and play with your checkbook or whatever you play with. But sitting up there, you need to go. You don't protect us. You don't represent us. You represent the mayor. First of all, it is misconduct. And if it's anything I can do about it, it's going to be done. You represent the mayor against the people's trustees. What kind of bullshit is that? And you call yourself our lawyer. You call yourself our lawyer. It tells me what you think of us, that you show up here. And the same thing with you, Keith. The nerve of you all to put your asses in front of us when you disrespect us the way you do.
I would want to say this because you've always said, let me educate y'all. Let me educate y'all. You know, and it's insulting. I mean, what are your credentials? You don't have the wherewithal to educate a preschooler, and you're trying to educate us who have degrees and other things. I mean, it is insane. Please retire that phrase. It's egregious at this point. Let me educate y'all. I don't understand it. And then, you know, you're always saying, fake news, they hating on me, fake news. We're like, I mean, why would anyone just want to hate on the mayor? I mean, you have to give them a reason to want to hate you, and you've given everyone several. You're not accountable. You don't respect people that have a different opinion or opinion that goes against yours. You're not qualified at this point. You're not qualified for that seat for various reasons. We're not even going to talk about like the grammar. I mean, that's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. Keith Freeman, let me not forget about you and that deer in headlight look you had on the news. And I hope you get everything that's coming to you. Chief Lacey, you're bogus. I saw the whole live with Jedediah. You literally concocted a story, and you went and you made a report based on your imagination, basically, because what you said did not happen. He was live and people were watching live. So like I don't know. I mean, I can't understand why you would just so blatantly, knowing your position, knowing the oath that you're sworn to, disrespect a citizen for no reason, really. I mean, other than a personal reason. You didn't have a legal reason. It's just a matter of time. Time is ticking. People are waiting and people are going to celebrate. And I'm going to be right there.
Then later on, no plants. I'll give it to her. No plants came into the meeting and said and embarrassed themselves. So I give her for not putting any plants in. I think she realized at this point it doesn't work. Clearly, Keith Freeman was forced to sit next to her. They're trying to show that they still have it together. So they had Keith Freeman sit next to Tiffany, even though when you notice in the last couple of weeks, they've been very far apart. But they had to kind of show like they had some level of team, even though they don't. Next, we see Del Galdo still there. We'll see. I think he still represents her. She clearly can't pay him. He's leaving because the money's not there. So we'll see if he's still there the next meeting, but probably won't be. And it's funny, she called him the super lawyer, and Belcher completely challenged that and had her own view on who's going to super jail.
And that's the thing that I know that people don't like to give credit when credit's due. You have won every case and you made sure the village has been victorious throughout it all. And I just love you for sticking with us. So thank you so much for that, because people don't want to give you your flowers and your credit when you do. And for those that don't know, he is called a super lawyer, just like your super mayor. How about that? He's going to super jail, just like the super mayor.
Then obviously hanging with her propaganda, the gaslighting, the deflection, talking about all the things that she's doing correctly, how it's the trustees' fault, like the same level of deflection, a lot of that dark arts of manipulation that she does so well.
Well, you have to check your pipes and then take a picture of it and send it back to the company. These are all things under my administration that we have done and secured for our community. A lot of other positive things that you got coming up is, again, unity amongst community. That's us rebuilding our community, telling people what's going on, telling the things that's open for them and different options. Next, we have the Dalton tax levy. You can play that one. So I want to dispel some of the lies and some of the rumors that you guys always get, because you get a ton of rumorville. And that's why a lot of people come and listen to me, because they don't hear the mess in the background. A lot of people tell one side of the narrative, but you guys never come and get the other side. A lot of times this board sells you off of fake news, which is they come out and they film things and they put our community in a bad light. At the end of the day, guys, I say this and I mean this. We have to still live here. When they leave, we have to fix what's broken. And you cannot keep up chaos, keep up mess, and bring it to your community and point the finger and don't think it's three more not pointing back at you. So what I try to teach is I lead with love, and I try to educate the public on the things they don't know. Thank you so much. On the things that they don't know, such as your taxes. I know this last board meeting, I see Trustee House left because he said that he did not vote to increase your property taxes. Yet the board put out that I raise your taxes. I don't even vote for taxes, but the board voted and raised your property taxes. But I want to show you this because at the end of the day, like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I want to show you in black and white. And I always tell you, do your homework. You can FOIA it. You can go check it out. You can get the ordinances. That way you'll see who is doing what instead of being misled. Because right now, guys, you have been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. You've been led astray. You've been all these things. And I'm trying to show you what it is that you're missing. Okay, guys, let us finish. Okay, so here we go. Play the video so you can see that every single year this board, including Trustee Belcher, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee Jason House, raise your property taxes every year by 4.99%. And I've been telling y'all that since day one. And this is the evidence to show you that no matter what, they raise your taxes. No matter what they tell you, what lie they put out, they raise your property taxes. And this is me at one of my meetings. Once again, I have meetings on it, and I explained to them how the taxes got raised. What did they do? Who raised the property taxes? Because at the end of the day, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. That's what you understand. The next board meeting we had, which was January 26th. When I say that the clerk all filed and all voted for the tax levy for $15 million. and you did not send that in. You sent in for $11 million and not the $15 million that the board voted for here. But this is what all we saw. It was myself, it was everybody here, but they only turned in the tax levy for $11 million, shorting us by $4 million. And this is what I'm talking about when they go do secret squirrel meetings without the entire body and we don't know about it and we find out about it later.
But the problem is it's not working as much. And I think, Belcher just got tired of it.
These are the problems.
Quiet, please. You're out of order, ma'am.
So why
You're out of order.
we shouldn't have to do that. The whole point of all of this is to build the community up, not tear each other down. That is the point of this. And it's sad because you guys ran on my ticket, both of y'all, Trustee Belcher and Trustee House. Both y'all did. And when you ran on my ticket, y'all ran on my vision. My vision is to fix our community.
The vision wasn't to rob the city. The vision wasn't for the FBI. The vision wasn't for you to steal all the money. So don't start talking about the vision.
You know that is defamation. Don't start talking about the vision. Don't talk about the vision. Tell me what. That way. Okay, but let them do it. What you tell them? You say that you can sit here and say stuff and don't answer nobody. Answer too. And that's the people of the village of Gold. Now you don't want to answer the people. You don't want to talk about nothing else though, right? You don't want to answer the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down. Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down.
You say here. You here for the resident. I didn't get a lot. And I video down every time I get something.
Order. Order.
That's why I don't even put it on video every time.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down.
I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you say it's discussion. I asked you, did we get $6.8 million? You won't answer that. I'm telling you, these people, you can't tell me nothing. These people are emailing us about somebody else's property, talking about they want $7,000. These people, so when you sit here and talk about what have I done, I don't have to sit here and videotape everything I do. But I know what I ain't done. I ain't commingled no money. I ain't stole no money. And I ain't going to jail.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down.
That's what I ain't going to jail. That's what I ain't going to jail. That's what I ain't done. You going to jail. Don't worry about it. Nah, because $6.8 million. That's what I told you yesterday. Because you ain't taking call your phone. The email said Tiffany Henyard responded and was gonna let me know this morning. So where's the response? All right, we gonna wrap it up. Bring it back up. All right, you don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. No, we ain't getting $6.8 million and we ain't gonna get it. And she spent it before it came. Clerk, can you call the roll so we can move on? Clerk, call the roll.
You're voting on, I'll mention it.
Call the roll, clerk.
Let me do it, please.
Completely got tired of it. It was legendary. I mean, she just got tired of that nonsense completely. Norwood basically set her straight.
When we talk about our financial state, it's sad. The things that I could tell you would scare you as a resident in regards to the things that the people who are over the day-to-day operation, the decisions that they make, the fact that they do not prioritize this spending, and then they come up here and say, hey, vote for this, vote for that. I found it quite interesting that we have our mayor that just sat up here and said, you want receipts for the taxes? I put it on Snapchat. I found that particularly interesting considering that we've been asking for financials for months. Put that on Snapchat for us, please. We have $4 million in checks that the board have approved that have not been dispersed. The checks are on someone's desk. Whose desk? We do not know. So when we continue to ask for financials, when we make decisions, it's just responsible. We were elected to do a job, and that's what we're here to do. We keep saying, hey, this spending is getting out of control. We've been saying that for months. You have Trustee Belcher just set up here and asked, hey, if we're making decisions on voting for the bills, could someone tell us about the $6.8 million grant? We didn't receive an answer. But yet, we're told that the bag is being here, the bag is present, but the bag is empty, guys. It's empty.
And we cannot forget Clerk Key setting the mayor straight, making sure that everyone knows what exactly is going on without all of the nonsense.
So now that you just heard all the fake news, when we talk about fake news, I would like Attorney McGrath to talk to you about the true facts of the tax levy. The clerk doesn't do anything unless it goes through the board and the legal department. I don't just sign names on paperwork until it has been completed fully. So Attorney McGrath, if you would like to go to the mic back there, or you can come into my mic, whatever, and you can speak.
Rinky Dink, my lawyer. Disrespectful.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. You are correct. As far as the tax levy, there is a proposed tax levy by the mayor. It was not moved forward by the mayor, the administrator, or the board. It sat out there. There was no tax levy. If no tax levy is filed with the county is set to miss out on, it was about $14 million. So the board called a proper special meeting, passed the tax levy in the proper amount, same as last year with no 4.9 increase. And there will be no increase in the tax property bills as far as the village's portion of the tax property.
She's not being honest. She is deflecting. She's doing, oh, you don't want the kids to swim, so that's why you're saying no to the swimming pool. Binary thinking with the super mayor, when you know that's not the reason why they're saying no to these things. They don't trust you. So that's what Belcher was saying at the end. We don't trust you to buy penny candy.
Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second,
Is there a motion and second? Any discussion?
yes.
Go ahead.
We wouldn't trust you to buy penny candy. If you think we about to let you buy properties,
I could care less. You pick your vote, choose what you want. This is, again.
the village of Dalton is not in the real estate business. We're not buying no
Okay,
properties.
then why y'all motion and second it then? Don't motion and second that.
We had a discussion because we want the people to know why we're not. Because you would get up here and lie and be like, they don't want to buy the properties and they don't want to spend no money. So we motion and second, like we can do in Robert's Rules of Order, and discussion. The discussion is, we don't trust you to buy penny candy, and no, we're not buying no property because the village of Dalton is not in the business of property. Y'all done already stole about 60 houses, so ain't nobody gonna deal with you buying no property. So that's the end of my discussion.
I second that motion.
So we're not going to trust you to buy property, whether you can do it or not. So, then Henyard's like, you can do it if you understand. It's not about understanding why. They don't trust you at all to do anything. I think the FBI is going to set her straight as well. But that's what the meeting was. It was Henyard with her propaganda nonsense, with the terrible videos, old videos, recycled edited clips. And then it came to Kirk Key, Trustee Belcher, Trustee Norwood setting her straight, saying whatever you were saying was complete nonsense. And you could tell Belcher got under Henyard's skin. Tiffany Henyard was yelling back with her. Like, yeah, Belcher was tired. She was pissed off. She's tired of dealing with this nonsense. But, at one point you thought, okay, Henyard's keeping it cool. I mean, she's getting absolutely cooked. And I think that was probably why she went back to argue with Trustee Belcher. I think she was mad at all of the public comments, completely roasting her. Completely. You're not only you're incompetent, you're a thief, you're stupid. Like, you're just dumb. You're embarrassing yourself. All these things. I mean, it was quite the spectacle. So I think at that end, she couldn't take it anymore. And obviously Belcher was just tired of her lying. And that's why they went back and forth. But that's really it. And then Norwood talking about putting things on Snapchat. I'm gonna put this information on Snapchat. They want the financials. Put it anywhere. Snapchat, email it, put it on a post. They want to know about the financials that they still are trying to hide. Where's the funds? There's no way she's going to quit. She's not going to resign. If that's what you guys are going to think, it's not going to happen. The only way that she's no longer the mayor or the supervisor for the township is she is arrested or voted out. Those are the only two. Keith had the audacity to show up. Well, there's a few things. He is in trouble for lying about bankruptcy. So he doesn't have great financials, clearly, because he's trying to find ways to hide income. So he probably needs to work to make the money. Can't just quit. And if he's working with the feds, he needs to stack as much paper up to do whatever he has. I know he has some kids. I think he's married. So you got to work. I mean, no one's going to hire him to do anything getting six figures. for all the stuff that he's doing now. So right now he has to work, keep collecting the checks, because eventually he has to find another way to either support his family or pay for lawyers or whatever. So I think that's why he's kind of stuck. And also, if he's working for the feds, maybe he finds a way he doesn't go to jail, but he still needs some money because he did file for bankruptcy and then tried to hide the amount of money that he earned like a dumbass. Do you think Del Goldo is working with the feds too? Who knows at this point? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't think so. I think he should have some concerns, because even as a lawyer, he can tell this is a corrupt situation. But Del Goldo has previous history dealing with a lot of, I guess, a gray area in terms of ethical things that other officials are doing. Does he think he's rolling with the feds? I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe he is. Who knows? No one knows what's happening. Who's working with whom? We all kind of assume Keith is because he got caught with something. He probably doesn't want to go to jail. So, okay, we want to get the big fish. The big fish is obviously Henyard. So you're the second command. Tell us what you know, and you won't go to federal prison where you have to spend about 85% of your time. And at federal prison, they don't let you out early. So, figure this out. Let us know what's going on. Or, like what Stubbs said, someone will be flying to visit you, because you're not going to, you're not going to be staying around in state for someone to drive and say hi to you, right? Do I think Lightfoot did something as, again, a net positive? We're talking about Jedediah. Was he a net positive, despite the fact that, he's a little bit of a, he brings some chaos? I think the Lightfoot announcement sped something up. Now, some people say it's coincidence. Some people say it's actually her just being there. I think it was a net positive, especially right now. It looks like the Fed's going to jump in anyway. They may not even need to pay Lightfoot anything. But a lot of this stuff is documented. It's the properties that they've bought, the weird properties that were sold, or the boyfriend sold for twice as much. A lot of things that she was helping her friends, and all of the people that she keeps close to her. Well, we're talking about Keith Freeman. You're talking about even Holmes, Moore, obviously, Robert Hunt, the finance guy over the township, all have multiple companies, all trying to get the kickbacks, all trying to find ways to profit from this community. And that money isn't coming to the people, even though they're contributing that money with the financials, with taxes. And absolutely, there's so many things that she has said on camera that contradicts everything. And the reason why this story, this saga, you call it, there's so many videos coming out, and so many people, there are people out here that are able to break down board meetings from 2 years ago, because this woman has been a fool, a clown for so many years, for so many hours. There's thousands, I would say thousands of hours of Henyard on camera, from the board meetings, from her own social media stuff that she puts together, all the hours that she's been a trustee. So that's why there's so much content, and there's so much things that people can go back a year ago when she said this, but then 2 years ago she said something different. When she was a trustee, she didn't have, she was going after Mayor Riley and on the things that he was doing wrong. And then she took the wrong that she saw Mayor Riley do and then turned it up 1,000. And that's where everyone is right now. That's why there's people outside, there's protests, there's 20-something lawsuits that Del Goldo decided to abandon because he wasn't going to get paid. So he was like, he was out. He was done.